not what you think. In this video, I'm going to tell you the number one thing you should focus on when sight reading, and no, it's not speed. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Manu from Piano Sight Reading, where I help and inspire piano players to explore and learn more music through sight reading. So the number one thing you should focus on when sight reading, especially when you're just starting out, is accuracy. In other words, getting the notes right. What you want to get into the habit of doing is really getting the notes right before you even get the rhythm right, because there's not much point in trying to get the rhythm right but then playing all the wrong notes. So the first thing you should focus on is getting the notes right, accuracy, and then see if you can also get the rhythm right, because ideally you want to both get the notes and the rhythm right. So if you're just starting out, what I would recommend is that you sight read your pieces at a slow enough tempo that you're able to play the notes accurately, and even better if you can also play the rhythm accurately. But if you find this too hard to both play the notes and the rhythm accurately, then just try to get the notes accurately first. So the number one thing to focus on is accuracy and then rhythm. Now, once you're able to both get the notes and the rhythm, then that's when you're able to look at the finer details and also incorporate things like dynamics, articulation. So articulation is these little symbols you see on notes telling you how you should play the notes. So then you're able to play the notes, the rhythm, the dynamics, and the articulation. Now, once you're able to do all of that, and that will take quite some time, and once you've built enough experience sight reading lots of different music, then that's when you're able to then focus more on interpretation, so actually playing what you see musically. But that can only happen if you've already focused on the other things I just mentioned. Now, what about speed? I'm sure some of you may wonder about speed. Isn't that important as well? Well, it is important, but I would argue that it's actually the last thing you should worry about, especially if you're just practicing sight reading on your own. It's a different story if you're accompanying someone and you need to get to a certain tempo. That's a different story. But if you're just practicing sight reading on your own, I wouldn't worry about the speed. That's the last thing you should worry about. And if anything, what's more important than speed is playing with a steady beat. So you want to get into the habit of playing, even if it's at a slower tempo, but playing with a steady beat before you even try to play faster. Because the faster you try to sight read something, the faster you need to process all the information. So with speed, everything becomes harder. So you really want to focus on getting all the elements I mentioned before you even try to speed up your sight reading. Okay, so to recap, focus on accuracy and rhythm, and then on the finer details like dynamics, articulation, and other markings like pedal markings. And then you can also focus on interpretation, and then lastly is the speed. So this is a short video to remind you of what to focus on, because you don't want to be trying to do everything all at once. If you're starting out, just focus on one thing at a time, and over time you'll be able to incorporate all the things I mentioned. Well, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, then please like it and share it with your fellow musicians. Go and keep exploring, and I will see you in the next video.